so excited to chat with our next guest. She's an Oscar nominee and a Golden Globe winner. Please welcome my sister, the very talented Taraji P. Henson. Show. Thank you so much for coming in.
Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? I've been waiting to do this.
Oh my goodness.
I was tired of being talking heads.
I know.
Enough of that.
I know, right?
Now, this is the thing, Taraji. You hinted at singing. We saw you singing.
You gonna get right to it, sister.
Yes.
I mean,
because I ain't got a lot of time.
Okay, all right.
And you're doing so much, but you hinted at actually doing music. I remember you singing at the Oscars.
Yeah.
And Hustle and Flow, Hard Out Here for a Pimp. I was so proud of you. Is there gonna be some music coming?
Yes, I can't even hold it out any longer. It's because, and it's not that something that I seeked out. It literally came to me, and that's why it's funny, because you'll have a plan, or you'll think you have a plan on how you think you want your life to go, and God will be like, watch this.
Okay.
I thought I missed the boat. You know, I became pregnant in my junior year in college, and I was even studying musical theater while I was at Howard. And so once I became a mother, I was like, you know, well, this music theory is a lot like math, and you know, I'm not wired mathematically, so might want to switch back to, you know, just drama, because you got to graduate at some point.
Right.
And so that's what I did. And once I became a mother, I was like, I don't think it's music, because the industry's a little too shady for me. Don't want to end up in jail talking about what had happened was.
Okay.
Because somebody playing with my money.
Right.
So I didn't, the energy in the music industry just didn't fit my personality. So I just thought it was smarter that I just come straight to Hollywood and go for what I knew, and that's acting.
And you did that.
Yeah, but look, the Muppets came my way, and then Miss Hannigan came my way, and something else I want to tell y'all so bad, but I gotta wait till the ink dry came my way. And this EP, like this EP just fell in my lap.
So what type of music is it?
It's dance music, because coming out of the pandemic, I was like, people want to laugh and they want to dance. You know, so I was like, what else can I do to help uplift spirits? And I like for people, when they have an interaction with me, whether it's theater, whether it's on TV, film, however you see me, I like them to feel inspired any kind of way, you know, because I think that's what humans are here for, to inspire each other. You know, you talk about how I look today. I dress for the ladies, because that's what we do, guys.
That's right. That's what we do.
Let them know, T.
Absolutely.
That's for y'all, okay?
Something else you do, and you do it so well, is you started your own hair care line, TBH, by Taraji. And what I love, because on social media, you get in there, you're using your products, you're telling people how to use it. What made you want to come out with a line?
Again, that was organic. It was out of my own necessity. When I first got to Hollywood, I heard all my sisters telling me about, you know, your hair this, and they'll snatch your edges, and don't ever use your hair when you're working. And I was like, well, what am I gonna do? And so I got into weaving. And I just remember the first time I went to have my weave redone, the odor was like, it was embarrassing. And I didn't know, because I was new to the weave game, you know? And she was like, no, ma'am, you can't do this. I wasn't drying my wefts, you know? And that's the thing about hair and scalp care, it's education. And so when I started weaving, I was like, well, I can't have that happen again, so let me go find something that will help me out with my weave, that can, you know, help clean my scalp. And I don't know, there could have been something out there, but there was no education, and it wasn't loud enough in the beauty industry. And so I created my own, because that's what Black folk do.
That's right.
When it ain't there, we create it, you know. So I did that, and I never did it for profit, though. It was literally for my own use. And I remember going on vacation with my girlfriend, Pam, and my goddaughter, Bria, hey, girl. No, that's my other goddaughter. You know, she knows what I'm talking about.
Okay.
They both confuse me, because one is Sabira and one is Bria.
Oh, yeah.
So you put them together.
Right. But anyway, so I went on vacation, and they were complaining about itchy scalp, because they had both protective styles. So I was like, put it together, and I shook it up, and I was like, use what I use. And they were like, oh my God, this is amazing. Where do I get this? And I was like, oh,
bingo.
Never thought about that.
Yep.
And so that's how it was born.
Love.
But anything I do has to be organic because let me tell you, and this industry does it too often, you know, play your audience as they're stupid. Like, underestimate your audience's intelligence. Like, my fans are smart. They know when you're trying to sell them a gimmick, or they know when you just slapped your name on a product. So in order for me to sell it, I have to believe in it.
That's
you know,
right.
And that's what
I can't tell a lie in real life.
Well, that's what we love. What we love about you, Taraji, too, is your story. You came here with $700, you know, as a young Black actress. Can you talk about some of the obstacles that you faced at the very beginning of your career?
A lot of doubt. When you let that devil get too loud in your ear. But I was so blessed my dad passed in 2006, but I was so blessed because he gave me the confidence to come out here. He was like, you can't catch fish on dry land. What are you doing in DC? All the acting jobs are in LA. Why are you here? You know, and he was right, because I had graduated from the program at Howard University, so what next? Like, you know, and now I have a kid, and I was like, I have to make my dreams come true, because if I don't, what am I teaching him?
Right.
You know, and so I was just, there were days when I was a temp. I worked for a temp agency, and it was at an accounting firm.
Okay.
Foreshadow. Anyway. I just remember taking a break, and I used to smoke cigarettes like crazy back then. I quit years ago, though. But, and I remember smoking a cigarette, and I was crying. I would have so many days like that. What are you doing? You are going backwards. You're a receptionist. Again, this is how you got through college. And finally, I met my manager, and things started taking off. But you can't give up on your dreams. You know, even in the darkest hour, you got to be the light in the darkness.
Absolutely.
You have to be the light in the darkness.
Definitely.
Because literally, I had $700, my son, in faith. And a lot of talent.
Let's not forget that. Let's not forget that. And speaking of Hollywood, so you came out single mom. Have you seen a growth in Hollywood in terms of recognizing our talents, recognizing our worth? Do you feel like there's a change in Hollywood, or do we still have a ways to go?
I mean, humanity in general has a long way to go, but absolutely, there's room for a lot more growth. What I do like is that so many people are working.
Yes.
And so many different stories are being told about our culture. And so that's what I'm love seeing. Now, are they getting it right when it comes to them zeros on the check?
Because let's talk about it. You said that Tyler Perry was the first person, after all the movies you did.
How about that?
Tyler Perry, a Black man, was the first person to pay you what you were worth.
Yeah.
That
was what I was asking for.
Wow.
Because I wasn't a greedy person. I understood the game. I know that I can't make as much as a certain person that's been in the game longer than me, has proven box office success. I'm proving myself still. But at the same time, I'm not gonna belittle myself, my talent, and my worth. I know that I can at least bring you $500,000 in ticket sales.
Right.
If not more.
Right.
Because when you did Benjamin Button,
that was $150.
Right.
Okay, so let me break it down, because I remember some people were like, $150, she greedy, that's a lot of money. Let me break this down for you.
Break it down.
Okay.
When you start making that kind of money, Uncle Sam takes 50%. So let's do the math. We're gonna act like this romper room. You know how they give you those shows where they let you compute it for a second. So that leaves me with 75 now, right?
Yep.
Then I have to pay another 30% to my team, who did all the work to get me that job.
Yes.
So I don't pay them 30% of the 75. No. I pay them 30% of the 150 that comes out of my 75. So what does that compute to? Okay, so let's break it down like this. You have 12 months in a year to make your money, right? If you do a film for 5 months, that takes you off the market for anything else to earn any other kind of coin until you're done with that show. At the time, my son's school tuition, because he was in high school at Buckley, was $30,000. I chose my son's education over fancy cars and all those things. And so literally for 5 months, that's what I made. His tuition. Now what? I gotta hit the pavement again, and I gotta scrounge up another check.
That's right.
So that is how that works. ladies
I
and
am
gentlemen.
so happy you broke that down because so many people have the misconception.
Yeah. You think you see somebody sold something to a streaming service for $20 million. Sounds great. Do that math I just told you.
Yes.
50% goes to Uncle Sam. Then they gotta pay whoever they gotta pay to get that. So they literally walk away with less than half of that.
How about that?
And you gotta realize that she's getting paid less than most
everybody
of her.
else. Absolutely. That was a huge cast, by the way.
Absolutely. And so and never did I expect to get paid with my counterpart. They have worked to get their quote.
Yeah.
They deserve exactly what they're getting.
Yes.
But however, I deserve a little more too.
Yes, you do.
And another thing is, it's just really hard. I forgot where I was going.
That's okay, but let's talk about how you do stay booked and busy.
Now, yes.
Right.
Now you do.
But you know what? That's the thing. That's what I was gonna go with this. Someone said to me, girl, you're always working. Every time I turn around, you work. I said, yeah, because I have to.
Right.
If I made $10 million a film, you would see me once a year.
Okay.
See, now you, okay.
No, you're absolutely
Do you
right.
hear what I'm saying?
Yes.
I have to work like that.
Right.
I have to, because the more money you make, because I love to quote the great guru, Notorious B.I.G.
Oh.
The more money, more problems. And that's the truth. You know, people never consider your bills when they hear about, if they Google how much you're worth or whatever.
But it's more important, too, is going back to Tyler Perry, he paid you what you were worth.
Absolutely. He told me what to ask for.
These shows you were doing, you weren't being paid properly.
Nope.
Then, I'm just gonna say that.
Go ahead. And
You just
that's the
wasn't.
conversation we keep needing to have.
Absolutely.
Pay us what we're worth.
And it's almost like, how dare you, black girl, for asking. And it's like, do you not see this army of tickets I'm bringing?
Let them know.
Let me
And
tell
the thing
you.
is, they think we're interchangeable. They think they can just put any, like, there's a certain audience that I bring. There's a certain, and I'm not saying, sometimes those audience cross, but sometimes they don't.
Yeah.
So you can't, I can't devalue what your worth is and your worth is. People watch you every day. You bring a certain worth. And as a producer, you should know that. You should understand that. You should pay your talent what they're worth.
Yeah.
Ooh, girl, we could talk to you all day. I want to talk to you about Muppets Haunted Mansion. Tell us about that. You're rolling it.
First of all, I think I'm related to Jim Henson. I don't know if it's true. Our last names are spelled the same, so any cousins out there, holler at me. But anyway, I grew up on the Muppets and Sesame Street, and it's just a pinch yourself moment when you end up on that set, because even though I'm grown, I'm an adult, it still seems so big. You know what I mean? And I'm on there, and they were like, action, and I had to, oh, wait, I'm acting in this. You know? And the puppeteers that's a skill.
It
that is really a skill.
Really is.
And because I watch humans, like, that's what I do, because I have to play different humans.
Right.
But what I love about them is that it's like in their DNA, when they pick up that puppet, they automatically become, so like in between takes, and I think this is how their brain is wired, so they don't forget when they're in the same scene. They are still they still talk to each other as the puppet. They crack jokes. It's like humans, like what we do in between takes, and that's what the puppets do. They live in between takes.
Well, we have a clip,
brilliant.
so let's take a look at this.
Yay!
Don't hide your love and act so shy.
How could I resist since you caught my eye?
Haunting each other dusk till dawn. I'll be your wife.
And I will be your prom. Together for eternity. To death we are dancing in harmony.
If it's spooky vibes, give you the creeps. Be careful, pal.
I am so excited for this. You're singing, Taraji.
Yes.
Oh my God.